Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Bob here. Welcome to a pretty dull grey and sort of rainy morning on the coast of Kent. in a field of bone. It's sunny and hot, no doubt. I always wondered if we get to a stage where you started to get sort of sensations from playing games, like if you're in a desert in game, it's hot and that kind of thing. So some sort of, I don't know, some sort of suit or something that that allows for that. I guess virtual reality, the VR headsets and stuff that are coming are sort of maybe the first step towards that. And from what I've heard, they're pretty hot anyway. So yeah, if you can play those Everquest and feel the bone, I think they'll make your head pretty hot. So maybe there's a bit of a bit of immersion going on there. Anyway, I don't have much for you today. As you can see, this is stuff you've seen before somewhere on another video that I'm doing. But I was hoping to do some more Shame and Epics Day, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do. There should be a video on Tuesday. That's my plan. I'm going to do some stuff on Tuesday. So today I'm kind of bumming around with a couple of monks. Actually, I've decided to go the monk route. I've thought about it a lot, and I've spoken to some people. Everyone's been really helpful, and I just think that for the hitting-y sort of class I'm looking for, that doesn't actually have any spells, because I think the Shadow Knight may come. Like more McGill will come one day, maybe when the I don't know that the monk's got a 44%. The Ixar monk anyway has got a 44% XP penalty, but maybe the old Shadow Knight will come at some point in the future. But I didn't want too many. I kind of wanted Shaman, and I wanted a class where I wasn't worried about spells so much. And Ranigor, sorry dude, did I nick your? I didn't mean to nick your Scorpion. I didn't want two classes casting spells. I wanted something a bit different. What I like about the monk, or it could have been the warrior, I guess, is the fact you just run around and you push hit, you push attack. You've got some other buttons as well. But yeah, that's basically it, and I like that. That's good. That's kind of what I'm looking for. The warrior was too much of a stretch, I think, probably. I do want to do some groups, and also, I do also, believe it or not, want to learn the nuances of the class, of the monk class. Just to sort of work out all little tricks and stuff that makes life easier, and pulling stuff and sneak tricks and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm feeling it. The only thing I'm not sure about is the race. That's a big sticking point. But from a monk point of view, yeah, cool. It allows me to do what I want, but it's got, unlike the warrior, it's got some added features that just make things easier to do what I want to do, essentially. So yeah, that's why we're doing the monk thing, and this will kind of be a bit of a series, I think, as well, a kind of progression series. I mean, again, everything. Sometimes I feel that everything I say on these videos I've said before, and I probably have, but I don't think I've ever really done a progression video where you see kind of like a set progress. It's, I think with Bugrat and with Mugwort, the videos have been quite erratic in a sense that they flit around, and a lot of them are not really based on leveling what I'm doing in that regard, that kind of thing. So I want it to be a bit of a sort of a what would you call it? I guess I would probably call it some sort of progression's the best word. Let's just say progression. Progression's the best word to use, I think, probably. And so it just so that someone can look back on some Everquest stuff, and they can just see progress made, different areas for leveling, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm hoping to do here, and I do feel that I'm going to stick out this. I do feel that getting my Shaman to a high level has kind of made me realise. I say high level. He's level 40. He's almost level 45 actually, but a high level for me has made me realise that there's also a part of the game. There's also a way I'd like to play the game that I can't with a Shaman, and I think the monk does that for me. So yeah, we're going for it essentially. But the problem I've got is race, really. I mean, if I don't have problems with class, I have problems with race. Same old story. So if anyone plays a monk out there, I would appreciate some advice. I kind of see the good and the negatives on both sides on the race front. I mean, with the Ixar, I haven't really played an Ixar before, and I haven't really played in Cunard much. Although when one of these guys gets to that particular level, I'll probably go to Velius, but you know, it's I haven't really done Cunard at all, so it'll be a different levelling kind of path for me for a period of time. Always a militia, I didn't realise that, and he's red. Oh, I might win. I'm twinked a bit. I haven't gone mental. I can't go mental, you know, so I haven't gone mental. But I've got a bit of twinkage going on. I might going to lose this fight, aren't I don't really want to die because that'll be boring for you guys. And I'll have to stop the video and go and get some, yeah, go and get my corpse and stuff. Let's go and see if Trooper Doodabs is wandering around here. Yeah, so on the race front, I like Ixar. I like Ixar and Human for different reasons. I like Ixar because, as I said, it gives me a different levelling path. I quite like the idea of just being everyone hating me. It's a bit of a challenge, really. You know, it's just an extra challenge where you. I mean, I know that with Sneak and Feign Death, it's easier to do stuff as a monk, even an Ixar one. But it's a bit of added challenge there as well. You know, I quite like that. The regen obviously is a big boon, and the thing I'm worried about is that I'm choosing an Ixar from a min-max perspective, because I believe at level at sort of go on Crusader Quark. Oi, god damn it! I believe sort of particularly at level 51, the regen really does start to. There's a big gap between the human and the monk and the Ixar. For someone like me who I will definitely be grouping. You will see me group this character, I promise, irrespective of health or whatever. But I will still be someone who solos a lot, because to be honest with you, I kind of play. I play a lot when there's 400 people on the server, and a lot of those people are in EC. So it's not always easy to get a group, you know, during the hours that I play. But I will be trying to do more grouping with the character. But I do solo a lot, and I think that I guess what I'm wondering is if by the time that, if you're soloing, by the time the regen comes around at level 51, I understand that there's a difference, you know, before that, but I think that's really where things start to kick in. And I just wonder if by the time you reach that sort of level, if you know, does it really make a difference at level 51? You know, it's I guess it probably would do. You know, whatever, if you're soloing at level 51, you know, you're going to be sitting down less, I guess. But then you've got, I mean, at level 51 you've got bind wound up to 75%, I think, haven't you? And you've got mend as well, which would be a lot more reliable, as it's not at the moment for me. Yeah, so I'm just not sure if it makes that much of a difference. It's a toughie, you know. I've got to I don't know. I've got to make the right decision. But as I said, I mean, I see the pluses on both sides, and I would say quite a strong thing for me is I think thematically I prefer the human character model. I'm very familiar with the area, the Kenos area where I've started in. So you know, so leveling up to a certain point will be pretty fast, I would have thought. And yeah, as I said, sort of thematically, I prefer the human to a certain extent. Although I've kind of got a theme for both of them, a bit of like role-playing favour for both that I'm going to try and sort of implement as we go along. But that's an important thing, I think. You know, the theme and if you like the model or not. So yeah, it's I quite like the idea also that the human is there's not as many human monks. I mean, I've been doing some who all sort of monks and stuff at various times, and the vast majority is Ixar, so that's quite good. I do like to be the I mean, monks, I mean, I know it's forums, but I kind of feel a bit like monks have become a bit like bards in a way, where it's kind of like, you know, not another Ixar monk kind of scenario, you know, situation. People feel a bit like that about it, and yeah, I don't know. I think you've got to play what you want, irrespective. But yeah, human monks is a bit less common. So that would certainly be good. What I will say is that if you're starting a new Ixar and you're not aware, give these scorpion pincers into one of the warlords, a warlord in one of the buildings outside there, and you get a bit of XP for that. How many have I got? I've still got bags to fill up, so it's not a problem. So that's where I am. You know, the human has less of a I would say XP penalty. I think it's 20% for the human. As I said, I mean it's the whole feel of the character is quite important, and I like the human more than the XR from a point of view of their guild houses or their dojos. I love the monk dojo in Kinos. It's just you go in there and it's just so atmospheric for what essentially is quite blocky characters. There's a great feeling to it. So yes, it's a tricky one. You know, it's a tricky one. And for someone it's quite an important decision for someone who's not going to have. You know, again, it's more of a forum thing, but there's a bit of a thing with an XR monk with a fungi. You know, as I said, not another one kind of thing. And as someone who probably wouldn't you know, unless I get my act together at higher levels, would ever own a fungi. You know, the race is quite important here. Because that little bit of particularly like, as I said, from a solo point of view, so I think that little bit of extra regen would help. But we'll see how we go. I'm currently faffing around with both of them. I decided to sort of go up to level 10 or so with either one. My human one is already level 8, so you know, not a problem. Yeah, go up to level 10 and see how we get on, and make a decision from there. Hopefully it's the right one. But certainly, I mean, I'd be happy to hear from any monks out there, particularly human ones. You know, if you kind of regretted your choice, if you feel that it's made a bit of a difference to you. I guess I know most of you guys play the game properly, and you probably group, so it's not much of an issue. You know, but for me, yeah, I'd be interested to see if any of you regret your choice. That'd be interesting to hear. Yeah. Let me know. But other stuff, as I said, yeah, I'm going to do some. Assuming that I'm feeling okay, I'm going to do some Shaman Epic on Tuesday. As you can see, videos are more regular now. I know that recently, even the last Shaman video, I kind of felt that my voice was a bit weak. You know, not what it was, but I think things are improving in that regard, and I'm able to sort of talk more, which may be good or bad for you, depending on your point of view. So there's going to be more content coming up. Because Everquest, I mean, I'm bang on Everquest at the moment. I'm absolutely in love with the whole thing. And it's weird because I mean, when I used to play MMOs in the past, you know, I talked to a lot of people who had health issues, which I never had back then. And they were well into their MMOs, you know, and it was a bit of a lifeline for them. And I would say that apart from my family, obviously, the most important thing, Everquest has become a bit of a, I say lifeline, it's a bit dramatic. It's just a thing that kind of keeps me sane, you know. It sort of takes my mind off of things, gives me something to think about when I'm feeling a bit low, you know, something to sort of look forward to when I have some spare time. And it's just overall just a good thing, you know. And I'm really enjoying it, you know. I'm loving being in the world, and yeah, it's for me, it's just all been a really good thing. And I thank the server guys for that. It's pretty awesome. I've got some plans to do some different stuff. I've just realised. I hope the combat music isn't. Oops, that was quick. I hope the combat music isn't too loud. But yeah, I'm hoping to do some other sort of Everquest videos as well. When I don't feel like what I was hoping to do was to capture some of the zone kind of ambience and atmosphere. You know, that sort of Everquest, just the atmosphere that Everquest creates, and that could be a number of different things really. It could be sunsets and sunrises. You know, the way just images of the way the light changes in the zone as the sun comes up and goes down, and through the day. I've got some really nice shots in Kinos Hills, which I really like them anyway. You know, and so I'm hoping to do that. You know, some videos that won't be for everyone because they won't have any commentary, but they're just going to be like just montages really of stuff that I see through Everquest. I think that's cool. You know, I don't necessarily need to talk over that, but I'd like to get some recordings of that. So yeah, you'll see that sort of thing coming up as well. I'm hoping to. That's something that's easy for me to do. You know, if I see something that looks lovely, like even like that, you know, if I zoom in and take off my UI, you know, then yeah, that's just, I find it very atmospheric. Trees swaying in the wind there. So a lot of that sort of stuff, you know, a bit arty-farty. I hope not too arty-farty for you. As I said, not everyone would like it, but we're gonna give it a go, because I think that'll be pretty cool. Oh, getting hammered here. So yeah, so as I said, look out for those. Some of you may not like them because there is no commentary, but it just be as I said, just nice images of what I see in the game, and I'll kind of stitch them together, and they'll be kind of like zone based, so it'll all be in the same zone kind of thing. As I'm kind of leveling through them, really, I guess would be the sensible thing to do. Anyway, guys, I think that's it. I think I've waffled on enough for this video. Thanks for sort of carrying on watching and whatnot. It's brilliant. You know, it's kind of all you. I mean, I'm not into that. You know, I'm not into all that. Please sub up and all that sort of stuff. But I appreciate the fact you've all stuck with the channel. Ah, god damn it. Oh, he's only he's only a yellow con, so we'll give this a go. Yeah, thank you all for sticking with the channel and all the support and stuff. It's really good. I know YouTube's a weird thing, and sometimes you kind of get caught in a little bubble. I know that I do sometimes. With people coming to the channel and talking and wishing you well and all that kind of thing, it's easy to get caught up in the whole thing of it. But hey, it's all me level as well, level 4. But I try not to do that if I can help it. Not to get too carried away with people going good on you and patting me on the back, you know. The only other thing I was going to say is I might start up a Facebook account for the channel. So again, it kind of just gives me something to do, really. But it'll just be something where I can post stuff up on the channel. I'll post stuff up on the page about the channel, what I'm doing, maybe some screenshots where my characters currently are and whatnot. Just to, again, it's just a bit of a laugh, really. Just so that if you guys want to, you can go over there and have a look. I'm just going to go and turn in some. Sorry, that's probably really loud. That bag opening noise. I'll get a full load of scorpion pincers first before I go and turn them in. Anyway, it's getting dark, and I'll end now. Remember that if you play a monk, or you've got a lot of experience with a monk, then please chuck some advice my way. If you're a human, did you regret it? Is the regen of the XR just not particularly, you know, not all it's cracked up to be? Certainly, as you get to the higher levels, you know, it'd be interesting to know that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching and putting up with me, and I'll speak to you again soon.